Yeah, welcome to complex analysis module part 16. Today we will see what is the application of Cauchy residue theorem and how we can solve some real integrals which are very difficult to evaluate in real plane, but with the help of complex functions and Cauchy residue theorem we can easily solve them. So there are four types in our syllabus. Type 1 is if your integration is in the form of 0 to 2 pi f of cos theta comma sin theta d theta. Means if you have any expression in sine and cos and your limit is 0 to 2 pi, then you can solve it. So how to solve it? Let's see the trick for it. Let us consider a unit circle mod z equal to 1. We are considering a unit circle which radius is 1 and in the circle and center is origin. So we know that if center is origin and radius is 1, so it will go 0 to 2 pi entirely. 0 to 2 pi entirely. And we know that if mod z equal to r, then z equal to r e to the power I theta. Here r is 1, radius is 1 in your case, so it is going to be e to the power I theta. So z equal to cos theta plus I sin theta using the Euler's theorem. So 1 upon z will be e to the power minus I theta is equal to cos theta minus I sin theta. So you can find the value of cos and sin from here. If you add both these equations, then cos theta is z plus 1 by z, 2 times cos theta, r cos theta equal to z square plus 1 upon 2z. You can remember this. If you subtract 1 times, then 2I sin theta equal to z minus 1 by z, r sin theta equal to z square minus 1 upon 2iz. So if you are in unit circle, you have cos this and sin this. So always we substitute cos and sin in the terms of z and we solve further. So let's see one important point. If you are putting z equal to e to the power I theta, then what will be your dz? Dz will be e to the power I theta into I d theta. Or you can write I into z d theta. Or you, because this is your z only, or you can write d theta equal to dz over iz. So you have changed theta, you have changed cos theta and sin theta, d theta, cos theta, sin theta, and 0 to 2 pi theta. So it can be move on unit radius cycle also. So now your integration will look like this. On a closed integration on a unit circle function, cos theta is z square plus 1 upon 2z, sin theta is z square minus 1 over 2iz, and d theta is dz over iz, mod z equal to 1. Sometimes theta is not given 0 to 2 pi. Then we can use this property. 0 to 2 pi fx dx, we know that it is equal to 2 times 0 to a fx dx, provided f of 2a minus x equal to fx, definite integration property. Or you can write that 0 to a fx dx equal to 1 upon 2 times 0 to 2a f of x dx, provided f of 2a minus x equal to fx. So if limit is 0 to pi given, then you can make 0 to 2 pi using this expression, provided this condition is satisfied. Let's see first example. First example is 0 to 2 pi 1 over 2 plus sine theta d theta. So theta is given 0 to 2 pi and expression is in the terms of sine and cosine only. So we can use the first condition here and you can directly write like this. We know that the curve is mod z equal to 1. Then it become a complex integration 1 over 2 plus what is sine theta, z square minus 1 upon 2 iz. You can directly put, students, d theta is dz over iz. Okay, now it will become, and c is mod z equal to 1. It is understood now, we have already discussed. So it will become now 2iz we can take in the numerator. So 4iz plus z square minus 1 dz over iz. Iz is cancelled out. Okay, so it will become now 2 over z square plus 4iz minus 1 dz, and c equal to mod z equal to 1. C is mod z equal to 1. Now you can compare with fz dz, and it's look like now Cauchy residue theorem. we have to see the singularities of fz, then corresponding to every singularity we have to find the value of residue, and integration is equal to 2 pi I into residue. So what is fz here? Fz is 2 over z square plus 4iz minus 1. What are the singular points? I told you the singular point where fz is 0. So fz is not defined. So z square plus 4iz minus 1 equal to 0. Solve it. Compare with az square plus bz plus c. Use the quadratic equation expression. It will be minus 2i plus minus root 3i. So minus 2i plus minus root 3i. So if you take positive sign, then it is equal to minus 2i plus root 3i. If you take negative sign, this is minus 2i minus root 3i. If we take I common, then this is equal to minus 2 plus root 3i. And if you take common here, minus 2 minus root 3i. And we know that root 3 is approximately 1.73. So if you take Z1, then Z1 is approximately minus 0.27 iota. And what about Z2? Z2 is approximately minus 3.73 iota. Okay. Now see in the picture actually. Picture is our mod Z equal to 1. Mod Z equal to 1 means you have a circle which radius is 1. If you take Z2 minus 3.7 iota, imaginary axis this one, imaginary, this is real axis, okay? So minus 3.73 is here, means Z2 is here. So Z2 is not lying inside this circle. So Z2 is not singular point for Fz, which is lying inside this curve. We are interested only the singular point which lies inside the given curve. What about Z1? Minus 0.27 because radius is 1. So this will be I or 0, 1, 0, minus 1, sorry. So minus 0.7 will lie here. So Z1 is lying here only. So only singular point is Z1. Okay. And this is a quadratic equation you can write in the form of Z minus Z1, Z minus Z2, any quadratic equation. We know that ax square plus bx plus c can be written as a times x minus alpha, x minus beta, where alpha and beta are the roots of the equation, where alpha plus beta is minus b upon a, alpha beta is c upon a. Here a is the coefficient of highest degree, here the coefficient of z square is 1. So 1 times z minus z1, z minus z2. It means fz can be written as not 2 upon z minus z1, z minus z2. And Z2 is not disturbing you, only Z1 is the singular point. So we will find the residue, and these all are 1 degree. We know that we can break it partial fraction, and it will be look like this term a upon z minus z1 plus b upon z minus z2. So these are singular points. Z1 and Z2 are singular point, but which type of singular point? These are simple poles. So B1 we will find the residue of Fz at z equal to Z1. So the formula is limit z tending to Z1, Z minus Z1 into Fz. So B1 is equal to limit z tending to Z1, Z minus Z1. This is 2 upon Z minus Z1, Z minus Z2. This is cancelled out. Apply the limit 2 upon Z1 minus Z2. Can you subtract Z1 minus Z2? You have value of Z1 and Z2. Okay. Z1 is your minus 2 plus root 3i. Z2 is your minus 2 minus root 3i. If you subtract Z1 minus Z2, you will get 2 root 3i. So it will be 2 upon 2 root 3i, or you can say 1 upon root 3i. Now, what will be your integration? We know that the integration of fz dz is nothing else. It is 2 pi I sum of all residues. Sum of all residue. Where only residue is about z equal to z1 because z2 is outside to the given curve. So we are not taking it. So 2 pi I, what is the residue? Only one residue. So we have to write that only 1 upon root 3i. I is cancelled out. So the integration is 2 pi by root 3. In the complex, you have to solve by this method only. Okay. Similarly, example 2, 0 to 2 pi 1 upon a plus cos theta d theta a greater than 1. So I have taken 2 plus sin theta in the previous example where a is 2. You can solve similarly. Now I'm going to solve the third problem, which is very, very famous problem in the real integrals. Evaluate the integral 0 to 2 pi 1 upon 2 minus a cos theta plus a square d theta. A is a complex constant. Remember my word. A is a complex constant. And here two cases are asked. Evaluate the integral when mod a less than 1 and when mod a greater than 1. Okay. So let's assume unit circle mod z equal to 1. And integration, remember, integration is actually here 0 to 2 pi 1 upon 1 minus 2a cos theta plus a square d theta. Okay. Put the value, change in the complex plane, 1 upon 1 minus 2a cos theta is z square plus 1 upon 2z plus a square, d theta is dz over iz. Don't forget to put the value of d theta. Okay. So if you simplify it, 2 is cancelled out, z you can take LCM and z will go in the numerator. So z upon z minus az square minus a plus a square z dz over iz. Z is cancelled out. So make a quadratic term positive here. So there are two possibilities. You can take here minus 1 upon I outside. Then your quadratic term becomes positive. Az square minus a square z minus z plus a dz. Minus 1 upon I, everyone knows I square equal to minus 1. So I equal to minus 1 upon I. So it will become I, and it can be break in the linear factors now. We can take common az here. That will be z minus a minus 1. We can take common minus 1. That will become z minus a. So you have two factors here. So both factors are now look like now both factors look like 1 upon z minus a az minus 1 dz. So if we compare, you can take this I inside, then this is your fz actually. Now if you compare, this is your fz dz. So what is your fz? Fz is I over z minus a az minus 1. Where are the similar point where the function not defined at z equal to a and z equal to 1 upon a. And this can be written as 1 upon z minus a plus b upon az minus 1. Okay. So these are the simple poles. Now we will see both the cases. First case. Case 1. When mod a less than 1. Okay. Our curve is actually mod z equal to 1. Okay. So draw the mod z equal to 1, my friends. Now, case 1 is given to you. What is case 1 is given? Mod a less than 1 means a is less than 1. And similar points are here, a and 1 upon a. So if mod a less than 1, then always remember 1 upon mod a greater than 1. If you take the reciprocal, it means in this case, a is lying inside only. Maybe here, I don't know. This is your a point. But 1 upon a will lying outside. So 1 upon a is not singular point in this case. Only a is singular point in case 1 because a is less than 1. So it will lie inside the circle. So we will find the residue for a only here. Now, try to find the residue. So P1 is the residue of fz at z equal to a. As we know that z equal to a is a simple pole. So limit z tending to a, z minus a fz. You can theory of the residue. Limit z tending to a, z minus a fz what? I over z minus a, az minus 1. So this factor is cancelled out. If you apply the limit z equal to a, this is a I over a square minus 1. So the integration in the first case 2 pi I b1 because only one residue. So 2 pi I into I over a square minus 1. I square is minus 1. So minus take in the denominator. So it will become 2 pi upon 1 minus a square provided mod a less than 1 in this case only. Second case, when mod a greater than 1. Okay, take this case now. Mod a greater than 1. If mod a greater than 1, then obviously 1 upon mod a less than 1. Okay, see what I'm saying. So second case, case 2, if mod a greater than 1, then 1 upon mod a less than 1. So in this case, if you draw a unit circle, a is outside in this case, but 1 upon a is lying here. inside here, it can be in any quadrant, I don't know. So in this case, we will find the residue that called B1 of Fz at z equal to 1 upon a only. Okay. So it will become limit z tending to 1 upon a, z minus 1 upon a into Fz. So if you simplify it, it will give you I upon 1 minus a square. Now integration 2 pi I B1. So it integration is 2 pi over a square minus 1 provided mod a greater than 1. Okay. So these are very good questions based on the simple pole here. Now I'm taking one difficult question when we have singularity of some other type. Suppose you have integration 0 to 2 pi sine to the power 4 theta d theta. Okay, but we want in 0 to 2 pi. So here, if you take this is your f theta is sine to the power 4 theta, and we know that 0 to a f theta d theta equal to 1 upon 2, 0 to 2a of theta d theta, provided f of 2a minus theta equal to f of theta. Okay, so here a is your pi. So we want f of 2 pi minus theta should be equal to f theta only, because a is your pi here. Then we can apply this property. So here, what will be your f of 2 pi minus theta? It will be sine to the power 4 2 pi minus theta, sine 360 minus theta minus sine theta, but due to positive power, even power, it will become again f theta. It means we can apply this property. Therefore, this problem can be written as now 1 upon 2, 0 to 2 pi sine to the power 4 theta d theta. Now you can convert in the complex integration. Mod z equal to 1, sine theta is z square minus 1 upon 2 iz to the power 4, dz equal to d theta equal to dz upon iz. If you simplify it, you will get there is a simple there is a 0 of order 5. 0 of order 5, you can see that, and you can simplify it. I'm giving you as a homework. This is a very good question again. Now, in the next lecture, we will see what is the way to tackle type 2 and type 3, type 4. These three types are very easy and related to each other. Only type 1 was different. I have discussed already here. Okay, thank you.